Hey everyone, it's your boy John Demand from A Comic Book Look, and honestly, this is an emergency broadcast. It's 4th of July. I have the day off, but I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. So, um, a while back, I used to interview creators, one-on-one, doing the full interview, talk about their current project or projects. And one of the gentlemen that I met with was Gary Scott Beatty. Fantastic individual, super, super awesome guy. I was actually just on the phone with him a couple days ago. I'm looking into learning more about the Blacklight posters, 1971 depictions of Marvel characters. Beautiful posters. I have one, and then I actually have two more on the way right now, and so that's super exciting. And while we were on the phone, he just was like, "Hey, I got a new project," and I'm like, "Okay, can I take a look at it?" So I had the biggest opportunity to read this book, and I'm gushing about it because it is great. It is great all around. Okay, so first of all, if you do have internet right in front of you, which of course you do because you're watching this, go to www.garyscottbeatty.com, and the splash page right there is exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. Gary Scott's new project is Number One, is the title of the book. First of all, I was just kind of like, what am I getting into? It's about a comic shop owner. I'll check it out. We'll see how it goes. Because I'm used to Gary doing more of the horror and risque stuff, and you can see a catalog of his work on the website. So this was definitely a different take, but I was admittedly curious, and I'm totally glad that I spent the morning, had a cup of coffee, and read through it, and I loved it from start to finish. The book opens up with just a brief greeting, kind of explaining the premises of the book, and then just dives right in. The book is about, and I'm going to throw spoiler alert on here, but I don't plan on giving, I'm not going to give away pains, and PDFs of the book or anything like that, because that's up to, the customer, to obtain those. But what I will tell you is that this book depicts the journey of a character named Steve from childhood through his adult life, eventually owns a comic shop, and it is so awesome. I found myself, I was on page 9, and I was just kind of like, man, there's a lot in here, but it doesn't feel like it's a drawn out read. I was just mowing it down. I loved it, getting the background, growing up with friends. There's a lot of history that a lot of comic book readers can identify with. Comic book clubs, trading with friends, hanging out with friends, getting into those debates with friends. A common debate referenced, I believe, twice in there, who's stronger, Hulk or the Thing? So stuff like that. Who would win in this battle? So it just, that is so... I feel like I identified with the book, and I really feel that anyone who's into comics would totally pull something from this book, and that's why I love it. So, Steve, the character, eventually obtains a comic shop and goes through, the business models, how those go. It goes through a financial ouch, and then it gets back up and becomes successful again. And Steve hasn't had an easy life. We're talking about, we're dealing with things that we all deal with. Death of family members, if you've been in a divorce situation, people flat out not believing in you. But then on the flip side, it turns out, when you're at your lowest, sometimes people will come through and start believing in you, help get the business going again. And there are just so many cool moments in here that I can't even tell you guys. I can't tell you guys enough that it's just an awesome book. I'm totally gushing about it, so I'm sorry. I'm kind of the worst review ever about it, just because it's so cool. The book itself, there's no spandex men running around saving the world, but the main message of the book is that there's such thing as real heroes out there. You don't have to be in tights, to save the world or to save someone's life. And, sharing a story can lead to life-changing things. And the other neat thing that Gary Scott Beatty drilled into this book was the history of storytelling and how it is a powerful method of entertainment, and then of relaying different parts of time. And I will tell you, at the end of the book, this was incredibly smart, was a timeline of different periods of storytelling and some of the highlights that were going on. And we're talking BC, AD, he went in. Gary Scott did his research and just went in. And it's informative, and it's just so awesome. So the main thing that I got out again is that comic books are a great method of telling stories, and they are a powerful formula. A comic book looks always been a fan of that, that mindset. And you look at the big screens now, look at the movies that are making money. Superhero ones, right? Things based on literature. It's just so cool. So I can't give you any spoilers, really. I can't post pages from the book or anything like that. But what I can do is have you check it out for yourself. GaryScottBeatty.com. He gives you instructions on how to order it through your local comic shop. But I recommend this one extremely highly because you will get something out of it, and that's what makes it a good read. So Gary Scott Beatty, thank you so much for letting me review your book. And words can't even tell how awesome I think it is. So good work, and I am excited to hear, how the reactions go with other readers as well. You have some reviews out there on your website as well, so that's cool. I just want to see, how the book is received, because I guarantee you it's going to sell out. It's awesome. So anyways, you guys know the drill as always. Happy 4th of July. Man, what 2014's flown by. Get to your comic shop, though. Seriously. Ordering instructions are on the website. Great book. Oh, man. Anyways, I hope you guys have an excellent weekend. Remember to keep voting with those dollars with what you buy every Wednesday. Let us know how the movies are treating you. Shoot me an email at comicbooklook@gmail.com, or get at me on Twitter @comicbooklook. As always, you guys know the drill. Keep it comics for sure, man.